and welcome to QuickTechie.com. Today we are going to discuss about our prominent feature which is newly introduced on QuickTechie.com, which was long awaited. So let's go through this. So creating resume for a specific job using QuickTechie.com portal. How you can create your resume or you can refine your existing resume based on your specific job for which you are applying. So let's go to this feature first, how you can do this. So you have to just go to QuickTechie.com, interview.quicktechie.com, click on AI Resume Builder and Interview. On this you can see Intelligent AI Resume Builder. Click on this. So once you click on this, this option would be available here. Now you can see you can't see any job for which you have to refine your resume. So how can you achieve this? So for that you have to log in first, correct? So go to this login button and just log in with your Google credentials. Once you log in, you can come back here and click on Intelligent AI Resume Builder. Now you can see all the jobs which have been created by you. Now probably you are login first time, you don't see any job created here, correct? Because this is in my account, we have already created jobs. So how do you create job first? Then only you can do this, correct? So I'll go through this how to create job, but first let's understand if you want to apply full stack Java developer IBM or senior Java developer JP Morgan or any chief technology officer, select it. Once you select it, you can see entire job description which you have added against this job would be available here. Similarly, full stack Java developer for IBM, once you select, this is what you can see here. Once this is selected, you need to select the resume. Okay, so let me click on this and you should see this is the resume which is I have created for specifically for this job. So let me show the sample resume. So this is the sample resume. Obviously I have hide some PI information here, and but this is a genuine resume which exists, correct? And in this resume you see like a lot of information about this profile has been created. So similarly you would have your own resume to be created here, correct? So now we need one resume here. So what we will do, we'll select this resume here. Now you can see this. Now you can simply submit this. You don't have to do anything. So what you are trying to do this here, this is my job and this is the job description. I'm uploading my resume and I want all the suggestions on my resume, what modification I need to do. So let's submit it and see the response what it gives. So now request is submitted and it's processing. So let's wait for a few minutes. It would take few minutes, I think not more than couple of minutes, but let's wait for this to be finished. So now this is finished. You can see here, you can now download your AI generated resume. Okay, so now click on this. Okay, so now this is the resume which have been created here based on it. Now you have to click enable here. So now you can see here the same resume came up with some modification with this. So this was our original resume which we have submitted here. So you can see there's a difference in the, like, let me put both are together so that it's easy for you to identify, correct? So here we have said hands-on software design and development experience as architect having 14.15 year 5-year experience, but here it has modified it and put in proper professional wording. A highly skilled and experienced software professional with 14.5 years experience in designing, developing and enterprise grade application. Similarly is the software development, correct? So similarly they have changed this profile, correct, and they have updated. But however, we don't want you to use this profile as it is because there's a lot of additional information in this resume, and plus some formatting, obviously consistency would not be maintained, correct? So it's an system generated, correct? So you need to manually certainly verify it, the information which is generated by the system, correct? So this is the first thing which you see. So this is how a resume would be created for you as this, correct? Now let's go to the further what this has basically, correct? Not only this resume has been recreated, correct? So let me put this one is aside, but you can see this is somewhat similar. Some junk character is sometimes added here, so you can simply ignore this or remove this, correct? So this is what we have been working, but this is not much, so you can just clean it out. So I just want to highlight as of current situation this junk character, but other than that you see this entire for description for your profile, correct? What you need to do this, resume update guide for this section, analyze your resume. So this is giving you the proper guidelines, what needs to be done on your current resume, what are the issues on this, correct, and what are the work experience, what is your education section, certificate. For each section it would give you the description. So this is what. Now the next important thing is, like, in addition to that, we are also, the system is generating 20 interview questions, not answers but only questions, which you need to know once you, for, because you are applying for this job. If you don't know, because this is highly relevant questions which you must be preparing for this interview. So these are the 20 questions which you need to prepare very well before going into the interview. So this is the features we have added as of now. Going forward we'll add more based on the demand, or you can also request in your comment section what you want us to generate, so that we can help you further on this. So this is what the features I wanted to describe. Now the things which I mentioned previously, how these jobs are coming here in the drop down, correct? So there is a, either you can use this dashboard button which is have all the features, correct. So I would recommend you go to dashboard button. Okay, if does not load, click it again, correct. So this is the dashboard which you have loaded. So first you see your manage job. This is whatever you are doing, it is your specific to your profile, correct. Nothing else can be shared with any other profile on the system. So you can see manage job. Once you click on the manage this job, is the listing of all the jobs which you can see when you are doing that activity, correct. So how do you create a job? You simply click on add new job. You have to add job title. You have to copy paste entire job description, which you can get it from the recruiter which you are applying for, or you can get from job portal. Location is not mandatory information, but we suggest you add it. Hiring for any information and any remarks you want to add it. So this is what you can see here. This is an full stack developer IBM. So this, once you click on this tooltip will show you the entire job description which you have added. So you simply edit it. Then also you can see here what you have added here, correct. So this is what is available. So this is what you can see, this entire how this job is created. Now back to dashboard. So similarly you can see manage candidature. You need to basically, now these are the further other features which you can watch these videos which is we have added on each page, and you can see how these features are heavily useful for you to prepare for the any interview as well for specific job. So there is a lot of features we have added which is like your resume screening. Now once you submitted or created your resume and you are satisfied with your resume, what you have to do is you have to come here and create your resume, correct, and upload your resume here. And you need to see, by uploading you can click the screen button which will tell you what is the percentage of this resume match with the job which you are applying it. So that is very important features which you must consider before submitting your resume to your recruiter, because once you match this, as you can see 95% match, correct. So we would highly recommend you try to match your resume between 90 to 100% before submitting this resume to your recruiter. So this is very, very important. Now you see here, once you click on the report, correct, you can see the entire detail of, okay, what is happening with my resume, correct, why it is matching 95%, why it is matching 60%, correct. Entire detail would be provided here as well. Okay, so then you can see in the job description section as well. So you can, entire report even you can download it, and against which resume this evaluation was done, correct. That is all things you can test it here. Okay, so this is one of the very important feature. This is the first step when you are applying for any job. So this is the feature which heavily used from this portal, which you can also utilize it. Now this is about resume screening, correct. Now let's go back to your dashboard. Here what you can do now, next very important feature is, now you can prepare for various interviews for this particular job. So now you need to select for this job, and you can create up to 10 different rounds of interviews, correct, for this. And you can launch this interview. Okay, once you set up this interview, there are different kind of interviews you can set up. So you click on this, and they are AI interview. This is your regular interview which would be based on your job description and resume. This entire interview would be prepared for you. Then HR round, if you want to set up HR round, this can be done here. HR round. Hands-on coding, if you are applying for software engineering, then you need to apply for hands-on coding as well. You need to prepare programming, hands-on programming exam, or programming based multiple choice question and answer you want to give this, then you can also use this feature. Now then AI exam, this is an exam which is multiple choice, which includes your programming and other combination, and that is all. So different combination you can utilize it, and you can create one round of interview. So let me create an AI interview here, and let's say we said previously this up to 10th round you can create it. Let's say 7th round we create it. Now you can save this, and you can see the 7th round is added here. Now what you have to do is simply go and launch the interview. You can see here, you can launch this interview as well here, and once you launch this interview, you can see here, correct, this is the instruction, and you can do the start interview button here. System would create the entire interview for you based on your resume, based on your job description. Let's try it out. Okay, it would take few minutes to set up your interview. So there are all videos are added on the playlist of homepage. You just need to go through the entire process, correct? I'm here going with some speed, but you need to understand this how the system works. Now it would generate the interview. Just wait for a few minutes how this everything would be created here. So let's wait for a few minutes. So this is an automated system. You need to see like how you are giving interview in front of an interviewer. In fact, recruiter have started using the system to set up the interview, because to take the interview, recruiter do not require any interviewer now onwards. They would just set up an interview. They would send you the link for to appear this interview. You need to appear in this interview. System will auto calculate your score as well as based on your responses whether this interview is good or bad, correct? Once this is done, just as like recruiter would say, okay, this candidate has been given interview, this is his score. In fact, he can download the entire report of your interview as well, whatever you have published. He has an access of your video as well, because you have appeared in interview. So you have to appear in the interview as well by keeping your video on. So you can practice this, as well as the recruiter are using this system for the same purpose as well. So let's wait for a few minutes. This obviously take some more time to get your interview set up. Don't refresh the page at this stage. It is certainly getting set up. Okay, so now you can see your interview has been set up here. Now in this section you can see a video can appear. Right now I have not enabled this, but this is what the section where video would be appearing when you appear the interview. So this is just to give a good feel. We have added some animated video here, like interviewer is taking your interview. So as of now you're practicing your own, correct? So we don't even store this video because we don't want to store your video, but you can like when interviewer set up this interview, then your video would be recorded and would be shared with the interviewer as well. So now what you have to do, so you can see this is the for job, the 7th round is getting conducted here, and you can see right now not any question. There are 45 minutes this interview has been set up. What you have to do is, as an interviewer, you need to click on ask question. So system will automatically ask questions based on your job requirement as well as your resume. So let's click on this and see.
Hi Rashmi, thank you for joining us today. Let's start with the first question for this full-stack Java developer, IBM, role. Describe a complex microservices application where you had to design a sophisticated caching strategy to handle high read volumes and varying data access patterns. Explain the different cache layers you implemented, the eviction policies you chose, and the trade-offs you made in terms of performance, consistency, and complexity.
So as you can see, this is a very personalized questions have been asked to you, correct? And if you want to listen it again, this question, you have to just click on the play button, correct? So this would present. So approximately 20 questions would be asked on this interview. And while answering this question, you have to start recording your answers. And once you start recording the answer, it would create transcribe. It would be completely here. Submitted here. You have to make sure transcription is in place. You can even type your answer. Okay, you are not allowed to copy paste because this would be captured here, but you can type your answers as well here, or you can speak it and it can transcribe here as well. And you need to submit your answer. Once you submit your answer, it would ask the new question to you as well, correct? So you have to keep asking, like let's say I'm just putting dummy value right now, but and submit this answer, correct? So this is submitted here, correct? Now you would need to ask next question. You have to click on this. So now you can
Here's another one. Rashmi, you are tasked with migrating a critical monolith application to a microservices architecture. Explain how you would approach the migration, considering the complexity of breaking down the monolithic codebase, managing dependencies, ensuring minimal downtime, and handling potential data migration challenges. How would you ensure smooth integration with existing legacy systems?
So now you see this interview is a 7th round. question would be certainly tough question here, but we highly recommend up to 10 rounds you prepare before going any interview. And once you prepare it would help you for multiple companies interviews, because questions are common, correct? System generated questions which are very intelligently matched between your resume, matched with your job description, correct? And then this question would be asked. So these are very intelligent, relevant questions that you need to answer here. So you have to click on start recording, then you have to submit your responses. Okay, so now that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like these features which we have introduced. We are keep updating the systems and getting up with more and more features which can make your career growth machine this portal, correct? So various features we are keep adding here. You can go for all available certification preparation material on the websites, various company certification. We are going to add new trainings here as well as, and many other features keep coming. Please keep visiting this website very regularly. That is what we recommend highly here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like this session. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. I'm stopping now.